What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Tech One Solutions. Okay, Google, 20% volume. Alright, so I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. My name is Ricky. We have a free group. It's called Tech One Solutions, and we meet every single Sunday, and it's our Sunday Stock Talk. We have a little bit over 80,000 members. Click that third link in the description if you guys aren't a part of our group already. We would love to be a part of your success. I quickly want to ask you, though, I know one of our top call-outs last week was UGAS. At least it was one of the stocks that I'm currently invested in. It's one that I saw a lot of value in, and I'm going to break down real quick, you know, what it is that I see value in this upcoming week. These are my top picks. In no way are these any stocks or ETFs that you should trade. All I'm doing right here is I'm going to share my thought process, why it is that I'm not going to just say like, hey, look at this stock. You know, that's it. I'm going to talk about the stock, the patterns that I see, why I see value in it. So focus on that thought process. But have you guys heard that new Post Malone song? Can you guys hear it? Okay, Google, 50% volume. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I don't know if you guys like this song, but I think it might be better than Gucci Gang. Let me know in the live stream section if you guys like it more. There we go. Alright, okay, Google. Pause. So let's go ahead and actually start breaking down a couple stocks and ETFs. I want to talk about some patterns that I see value in, and we can go from there. So I hope that you guys are all having an amazing weekend. Hope that you guys had a beautiful Sunday. I went to service today with me and my roommates, and it's been a pretty productive day. We just had a meetup. If you guys follow me on Instagram, the link is down below, at Cane's. So I had Cane's for dinner and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and do it. I like how a lot of you guys are saying that you guys like that new Post Malone song 100 times better. So let's go ahead and start breaking down some stocks. Hope you guys enjoy. And then if you guys joined us until the very end of the live stream, I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to do a couple of your own breakdowns. I'm trying to read the live stream at the same time, but I'm going to be doing my own breakdowns, your own breakdowns as well. So I'm going to talk about top 3 stocks that I see value in, patterns that I look for, and then I'm going to take some examples or some stocks that you guys see value in, and then go from there. So let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. First question, one of the most common questions that I get every single video. What platform do I use? I use TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. How is it that you can gain access to it? You can Google it, or you can watch a video that I've made about it and how you can start paper trading, so zero monetary risk. You can literally start with no money. It doesn't cost you anything. You get it for free for like 2 to 3 months, and you get to do simulation trading. So you get to trade all the same stocks and ETFs that we do, and much more, and you'll have access to all this information. If you have delayed quotes, then all you have to do is jump on the phone with TD Ameritrade, and they will give you, real-time quotes. You just have to tell them that you want real-time quotes. Am I paid or by any way affiliated with TD Ameritrade? No, it's just a platform that I use, and that's why I talk about it. So, again, let's go ahead and do it. So, is this one of the top stocks? So we've talked about wine for quite a while, or win. I'm sorry. I might have had a little bit of wine before this, but I'm totally kidding. I don't drink. Not today. So, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about Win was why did it have the sell-off? So as you can see, the pattern with Win, it was showing signs of a continuous uptrend. It had a huge push up, right, because of its earnings, ended up doing very well. And then some news came out, right, that the CEO had some sexual misconduct allegations against him. Obviously, that doesn't look good for a CEO. This has happened multiple times. I mean, it happened to Uber, right? But I don't think actually, I'm not too sure if Uber is publicly traded or not. But this can act as a huge, form of catalyst. There could be a lot of negative connotation towards a company, and that's what I meant by Uber, right? There was a lot of negative connotation towards Uber and their CEO, which led to him having to step away from, being the face of the company because of how he acted and stuff like that. So obviously, this is not a good image. Makes like long-term investors not feel very comfortable potentially, and it's a very simple pattern, at least in my opinion. There was an overall previous resistance. Do you see that it really struggled, right? It really struggled to break above $160. Continued to act as a resistance, showed signs of this bull flag pattern, and then it ended up being able to break above that $160 price point, hit highs of that 170, pulled back. Guess where it bounced at? Do you see, again, a very common pattern is old resistance levels become new support levels. Bounced you at 160, bounced you at 160, bounced you at 160, broke above the EMA, boom, shot up. And now after it had this sell-off, again, it pulled back, bounced at 160, and it's been continuously bouncing. This has been one of our top picks within TechBet Solutions and the Learn Plan Profit Lesson Library that we have continuously been picking up. Now, why isn't that, maybe we haven't been trading it? It comes down to opportunity costs. So although it is showing signs of a potential uptrend, it's not actively really moving up, right? Do you want to ride it for, 2 to 3 weeks and make, it's still profit, right? Profit is profit, but from 160 to like 165, that's 3 to 4% profit. Realistically, is that, opportunity cost? There's better stocks or better ETFs out there that you can make more money on. I'm really excited to, when this thing ends up breaking above 170, so I'm going to set my alert right here. The reason that I think when it breaks above 170 is because it has a resistance around 170. This is where my SMA indicator is. The length right now for my SMA indicator, so the simple moving average, is a length of 180. And as you can see, that was acting as a previous support. Now it's acting as a resistance, continuously getting rejected by that. Now we just need to, I'm just going to wait for a break above 170. And then once I get that, then I think I'll be a lot more confident that, hey, wind is going to be more actively moving up and stuff like that. So I quickly wanted to talk about that and kind of go from there. Let's see. Now let's go ahead and talk about, so why is it that looking at you guys right now, so I talked about you guys, and I brought you guys up when it was, why did I bring it up first? Let me talk about this. This is a natural gas-based ETF. I'm going to talk about it very quick. If you guys really want more detail about it, you guys can watch some of the videos that I made last week. I upload every single day. And the really cool thing about this is that it had a previous support at $50. It was showing signs of a potential bounce, right? It bounced here at 50. It started showing signs of a bear flag pattern. And then all I said was like, hey, I think that this thing could potentially bounce at $50, but I'm not going to invest my hard-earned money until I get a confirmation that it's actively trending up. And what do I mean by that? I meant like to break above the EMA. So it broke above the EMA, and there's a couple traders that got in beforehand because of me just exposing, right, you guys and the potential that it had to offer. Just in reality, $50 to the $80 resistance is about 60% potential. So ask yourself, that's a lot of margin for potential profit. And what's your potential for loss? I mean, depends on where you set your stop loss. It could be 2, 5, 10%, but as long as your potential for profit is much greater than your potential for loss, I can take 2 to 3, 4, 5 losses, but as long as I continue to focus on quality trades and manage my risk, then I just need one to play out according to plan, and I can end the month on a green note, I can end the year on a green note, because I am a disciplined and consistent trader. And that's what I want for each and every single one of you. Make sure that the opportunity cost and the margin of profit is worth it, that the margin of profit outweighs the margin of loss, right? And that is exactly what we did. So we waited for the reversal. It broke above the EMA. We were up instantly, right? In the first 2 days, I think I was up like $600 or $800. I'm not too sure. I went in with a larger position. I average up on my positions. I don't normally average down. And what happened? Hit highs of about $58 and then started having signs of a sell-off, right? The thing that I noticed was on the natural gas ETFs, or the natural gas futures, so /MG, you can see that it had a previous support here at around the 260 price point. So looking at a 3-year analysis, you can see that that was a previous support. Obviously, it came from a lower price point, but this is a pretty solid support level, and that's what continued to give me the understanding that, hey, I might just have to be a little bit more patient with this one, and that's exactly what I did. That's why I decided to hold my position. And I'm in pretty steep, right? So, but the really cool thing about what happened now is like now looking at it intraday, not intraday because, obviously futures, they trade even when the market is closed. But do you guys see what's going on? So let's look at a 180-day analysis. And let's actually go to the flexible grid. So that's charts are right here. Flexible grid is right here. This is natural gas. And I'm going to go to UGAS. And as you guys can see, showing signs of consolidation. So I'm going to focus here and I'm going to focus here. So I'm going to get a little bit closer though. I'm going to do a 10-day analysis and a 10-day analysis here as well. And one thing that you will notice is that within this 10-day analysis, right, the previous resistance that it hit, or the overall, what the heck? I thought it looked different. There we go. So one of the things that you can notice is that, okay, well, on, what was it? I think it was Wednesday, it hit highs of about almost 270, right? It has of about 268. That's the peak that you saw. Was it? Yeah, so right here, it hit highs of about 581, and that is exactly the peak that you see here. But now, you guys still, so just listen to this. So you guys now being it's a stock and ETF, right? So it trades within the normal market hours, only Monday through Friday. And the really cool thing about this one is that now looking at futures, because they also trade on the weekends, you could see that right now, this one previously closed at like 56, right? And it closed high on the day, right? It ended up closing green even after that huge sell-off. So great. So it pretty much closed here. Now look at all this margin that it built for itself, right? So now just imagine how this is going to open. Where do you guys think realistically, looking at the patterns? So you could see like on the 1 day, 1 minute chart that it gapped up, right? Does this mean 100% that you guys is going to actually open in the green? No. Let me just cover that real quick. Right now, the natural gas futures are open right now, and they're trading, right? And they are up. But by market open tomorrow, if they are back down or they go sub where they closed at, right, at around that 260 price point, then obviously you guys will open according to whatever the futures are. So make sure you take that into consideration and you understand that pattern. Now going back to you guys, right now the natural gas futures are up. So let's say they stay up, right, on how much it's gapped up. Where do you think you guys, looking at the patterns, where do you think you guys is most likely going to hit a resistance, right? I think I might even have to go in a little bit closer, the 10-day. So no, that's a little bit too close. So looking at the patterns, I'm going to try to see if I can move this on over just so you guys can see yourselves. So looking at the pattern of you guys and how it's actively trending up and how much it's gapped up with natural gas, right? Where do you think that you guys is going to open? Where is there a previous support level that might act as a next resistance level? Is it $55, right? No, we passed that. Is it $58? No, I mean, that was, the resistance that was broken, right? According to natural gas. Where do you think it's going to be? Where's the next resistance? It's most likely going to be anywhere from around $60 to $65. And realistically, I would be more than comfortable covering profits there because with my initial position size, right, with how much it is that I'm currently in right now, so I'm up about $172, very small amount, right, for my overall position size. I should be up about $1,000 to maybe $1,500 if it gets to $65, I should be up about $1,500 to $2,000 on that overall position with an average of about 55.70. Let's see. Yeah, 15%. No, I should be up almost, $3,000. So, that would be a solid trade. So I would feel comfortable because of how much it's pushed up to cover profits there. Yeah, just like you guys are saying. Acacia, thank you. That dude, 16. Yep, that's realistically where I think it's going to open. I would be more conservative, and I think $60 is a more realistic resistance level. And the reason why is if we focus here, the last time that it bounced here at 50, again, just going based off of previous patterns, it peaked out here and it hit highs of 60, it pulled back and then broke above it, right? So let's just continue. Again, old patterns tend to repeat themselves. So that's realistically where I believe that the next resistance is going to be. And again, when it broke above 60, hit highs of about 80, that's where I think it's going to max out at, or possibly 70. And then it pulled back, bounced at 60. Again, old support level becoming new resistance level, and vice versa, right? Old support level becoming new resistance level. Do you guys see that? Understand that pattern. But yeah, just wanted to talk about and congratulate all those that have been, holding. I think it's going to play out in your favor. And if you didn't hold, but at least you were able to experience kind of me breaking this down, I hope that you guys can at least take that as a learning experience and some patterns that have played out pretty well for us. And that's really just it. So just talking about patterns and talking about trades that have worked out well for us and how it is that we see value in it. I think that's a very simple breakdown in that perspective. Buy back the dips. Yep, that's exactly it. So hit 60, cover profits, buy back on the dips. That's exactly what we did. We had multiple people within the Learn Plan Profit Lesson Library that were like, no, I see value. Like if it goes below 50, then yeah. Oh, sorry. But yeah, there's a breakup pattern and stuff like that. So that's why I just wanted to explain to you kind of what I expect on Monday. And we'll see how it opens. If natural gas pulls back all the way and breaks the support at 160, then obviously there's going to be a pullback. But ultimately, I don't necessarily think that that's going to happen. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So the next one that I wanted to talk about, let's just go down the list. Okay. Boom. So So this is my active uptrending watch list, so stocks that are actively trending up, or ETFs, right? And one of the patterns that I think that is showing a very consistent signs of an uptrend pattern has to be this one. So this is UAN. So again, I'm just going based off of the pattern, right? They already just reported the earnings, right? So that's good. We passed that. It's a safe trade. So that's why I'm not trading HTZ right now, because we still have the earnings coming up, although it does show a very attractive pattern. So if we go to UAN, right? The overall support level that we called out at $3. So if you guys look at our previous Sunday Stock Talk, this is one that was brought up, or if you guys are a part of the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, this is one that I talk about all the time. And why? The patterns are I think, pretty consistent. Support level at around $3, resistance level right around 4, and it continues to make new highs, right? So what's to be expected? Well, if you see this thing is acting as a resistance, right, the SMA indicator, it showed signs of a pullback. I would buy the dips, and as long as that EMA line continues to point up, then I would feel comfortable, continuing to invest in it. And that's exactly what I would wait for. I would cover profits anything above, like the 370 to 380 price point. I would follow with a stop loss there. But the overall potential profit that this thing has to offer, let's just go ahead and draw a support line real quick. So at the $3 support, and then the resistance being at $4. Boom. Let's say we buy the dip and we can get in at 330, which isn't necessarily the lowest price point that I think that we can get in at, would be around 21%. So ask yourself, if you're investing $10,000 at 21% return, $2,000, that's a lot. Or a $1,000 investment, a $200 return, that's a pretty solid amount when it comes down to percentage return. Excuse me. But yeah, just wanted to talk about this one. And then another one that has been actively trending up that I think a lot of people have been seeing a lot of value in is Gush. We talked about this one last week for our Sunday Stock Talk. Again, it's done this double bottom at around $20, showing signs of an uptrend. I have my alert set here when it breaks above 24. Old support level acting as a new resistance, showing signs of a pretty consistent and uptrend pattern. It makes sense on why it is. Again, it's not about investing on what everyone is hyping up, but what makes sense to you. If you want your account to grow, so why not invest in something that's actively trending up? It's that simple. I get this question a lot, and I'm gonna start breaking down a couple stocks that you guys choose. But I get this question a lot, and it comes down to the understanding of people think that because they are just getting started in investing in the stock market, and they might not have the largest capital, right? So they don't have the largest brokerage account. They might have $100 or $1,000, right? They think that, okay, well then I need to focus on penny stocks, trading penny stocks and day trading every single day to maximize my profits. And yet when people do that, the 95% failure rate is no question is very present, right? So if these day trades or these, lower cap stocks, what makes you think that it's all about percentage growth? So this is what I don't understand how people think. So if it's all about percentage growth, it doesn't matter if you're investing $1,000. It doesn't matter if you're investing $100,000. If you can grow your account 10%, 10% is 10%. So I would much rather grow my account on a consistent basis 10% a month than day trade every single day and take 5% gains one week, 7% losses the following week, 5% gains the following week, and then a 2% loss the fourth week, right? So ultimately then I'm at a profit of 3% for the month. I was day trading, but the swing traders only had to take 1 or 2 positions, and they ended up the month at 10%. So just ask yourself, it's about quality and not quantity. It's about percentage growth and not the dollar value of what it is that you're investing in. Even if you buy one share of a company at $100, or you buy, at a rate of $5, you buy 20 shares of that company, right? If one stock increases 5% and the other one increases 5%, you still made the same dollar value. So just note that. It's quality versus quantity, right? And then you want to make sure that, at least based on my experience, stocks or ETFs that are actively trending up have made me money, because I'm investing in something that's growing my account. When I look at patterns, look, I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. Stocks like TOPS, is this something that I want to invest in? If your brokerage account, if you want to grow your brokerage account, why would you invest in something that, especially for newer traders, I understand momentum traders, I understand that. But for those that don't have the foundation, that are just getting started, why would you want to invest in something that's showing signs of a continuous downtrend? Same with DRYS or DCIX, right? All continuous downtrend, but these are stocks that are continuously pumped up. Why? Because they can be easily manipulated, and they work very well with pump and dumps. And that's what I want you guys to avoid. I don't want you guys to get caught, on these pump and dumps and stuff like that. So, Ricky, can you please answer me on Discord, please? I DM'd you a day ago. Well, it had to be less than, about a day ago. So yeah, I don't normally answer on the weekends, but yeah, I'll be catching up on all direct messages. So, okay, so there's a couple people now asking about different stocks. Let's go ahead and do that. So we got Andrew asking about ticker symbol. There we go. 180-day analysis, showing signs of a continuous uptrend. I like that, right? Broke the pattern, so started showing signs of a continuous downtrend pattern within the past maybe month. And it's been continuously getting rejected by this the EMA indicator. Do you see that? It built this cup and handle pattern, hit about where the SMA line is at, and then it got rejected. So now if this pattern continues, then the MACD indicator is starting to curve back up, so is the RSI. Then we could potentially try to see a cup and handle pattern and see if we can cover at around 50. But realistically, I think, just seeing how this thing is trading and this continuous downward pattern, I think the potential for loss might outweigh the potential for profit, especially because we didn't get in at the very bottom, right? If you got in here, then I think the opportunity cost would be a little bit greater. But because now we're approaching the EMA line, I would still wait for it to cross above the EMA, use that as an indicator for support, and then try to cover profits close to this SMA as long as that uptrend pattern continues, if that reversal continues. So, yeah. All right, so Harris, how do you get stocks that are trending up on TD Ameritrade? So that's why we created this free group, TechBot Solutions. So there's so many stocks that are being shared within the group chat. Again, you never trade based on other people's opinion. But what you can do is once you understand how to do technical analysis, then you just start doing breakdowns. It's just a pool of stocks. They go through your filter, your mind, your understanding of what it is that you're breaking down, and you pick 1 or 2 stocks a week that you think that you see value in that is going to get you to your weekly goal. And that's why, it's not just knowing how to break things down. So but actually understanding what patterns to look for and what patterns to take advantage of. Now, to also answer that, there's a series of scanners that I've set up. I've shared the screenshots of my scanners within the Learn Plan Profit Lesson library. It's under the announcement section, so you guys can check that out. Scroll up. I have a swing trade scanner, momentum scanner, and an exponential swing scanner as well. And a lot of our traders continuously use that, and then just share under group alerts their top picks. So I think those would be pretty good resources for you to use. So we have another trader calling out ESV. So let me go ahead and break that one down. I think that is one of our, so it's right here. So ESV, now showing signs of an uptrend. The only thing about this one is that hasn't had its earnings just yet. I would be patient and I would wait for that. I think when it comes down to opportunity cost and this very consistent pattern from $5 to overall resistance at $6 offers a 20% potential for profit from bottom to top. I would wait for the earnings, and the reason why is because if there's a very bad earnings, then that can cause a huge sell-off, and I don't want to ride a stock down. I'd much rather wait, even if it pushes up even a little bit higher, even if I just have 10% left, but at least I know I'm investing in something that's actively trending up. So, but yeah, great call out, great pattern, very, it's trending up right now. I would just wait for the earnings. So thank you again for bringing that up. All right, let's see. Okay, so Matt, thank you again for that. It's DFEN. Okay, solid, consistent uptrend pattern. I like this, but it's also showing signs a little bit of a peak at around $55 once, twice, 3 times, and it's almost showing signs of a peak. It's showing a little bit more on the overbought side than oversold. I would buy, again, this is a little bit more consistently trending up, so the opportunity cost wouldn't necessarily be there all the time. So something I would keep a very close eye out for, or maybe set in your alerts, is when it has sell-offs. So you can set your alert, wait for it to break it below 50, wait for the balance on this SMA line, right, because it got pretty close to this SMA indicator, and then get in at a better buy and then be able to sell for a profit. So very consistent uptrend pattern, but with that, with more consistent patterns, smaller potential for profit, it's just a lower risk lower reward, right? That's why some stocks can offer higher risk, higher reward. And also look at the indicators showing a little bit more on the overbought side. Also the MACD indicators signaling almost a sell signal. So just wanted to bring that up again. Okay, there's so many of you guys asking about Roku. So let me just do that, and then I'll do one more, and then we can be good from there. So Roku showing signs of a support. Their earnings weren't hit its earnings. I'm guessing their guidance must have been a little bit off. Overall support level. Do you guys see why I'm drawing a support line right here at around $40? Previous support, previous support, previous support, previous support, previous support, right? I'm going to wait for the consolidation. I'm going to wait for the break above this EMA line. This is the blue line that we see right here. So I could set my alert, if it's going to be around like 43.50, I can right click there and boom. We'll set the alerts there. I like the potential. Where's the resistance? I would say right around $50. So for a $40 stock, this should be about 25% potential for profit. Boom. All right, so I like it. It offers a really good margin of profit, a very consistent pattern, and I'm just going to wait for the actual stock to break above the EMA and just revisit it. So that's why I set my alerts. I'm also going to set my alerts if it goes below that. So thank you again for bringing that up, and I think that that should definitely be a good follow-up. How do you get the earnings logo to show up on your Thinkorswim? Mine just show up. I've actually had a couple people ask me about that. They automatically show up. I have default settings. You might want to get in contact with a TD Ameritrade rep, and I'm sure that they can answer that for you if it's a thing that you need on your platform. So this is how we call out stocks. It's not just throwing around ticker symbols, but it's like this. So the support, resistance, and all this. This is our ticker symbol format. So thank you again for that. And this is going to be one of the last breakdowns, UTL. So and then just give me 1 minute, and then I have something to tell you guys. So I don't necessarily like this pattern. It's not very consistent. It was very consistent, so I like that. It broke that pattern, showing signs of a potential reversal. So I see that. I just think it's now actively trending up, so yes. Overall support should have been at around $40, so we could see that, showing signs of a potential reversal. I would keep a very close eye on this line. This would be most likely acting as a resistance as it was acting as a previous support, so that's something that you definitely want to take into consideration. As it's probably going to be coming up, I would say anywhere from maybe $46 to $48, we're going to experience a resistance right there. So when it comes down to how much margin it has to offer, it's less than 10%, and it's something that's actively trending down right now, and it's not a very consistent pattern. So I see the potential. I just think in comparison to all the different stocks and ETFs that I've been covering, it wouldn't be my number one pick. But if you like the pattern and it makes sense to you, and you know something about the company on why it's gonna not only recover to 48, but it's gonna go back up to 50, then great. That's why you invest in what you see value in and not what I see value in. So I think, thank you again for bringing that up. I think it definitely does offer potential. I would just keep a very close eye for the resistance that the SMA indicator is going to be showing, and making sure that the EMA indicator, this blue line, continues to point up. It doesn't look like my EMA is a very effective one. It might be a little bit too tight. So what I mean, it's too close to the candles. So you might need a 20 to 25 length EMA. Do you see that? Mine's 15. On your EMA indicator for a more cushion. So I just said, yeah, Thomas, 15, it's set up as of now. So let me go ahead and bring this over here. Boom. Oh. All right. Let me go ahead and bring this over. Boom, boom, boom. And those were, so one thing that I'll do, the green steady is simple moving average. Yep. Okay, so that's actually what I'm going to do right now. So give me 1 quick second. I need to go to that website. And today, that's why I wanted your guys' time real quick. So give me 1 second. I'm going to talk and try to do this at the same time. But let's see. Let me just, okay. So what I'm going to do is we were doing a giveaway. We announced 3 winners on Friday, right, for our Learn, Plan, Profit lesson library. That's the course, right, the lesson library, and the private group. So you have access for a lifetime, to this video lesson library on step-by-step how it is to invest in the stock market and what has led to my success. That's great information and great content. Not only do you have access to that, but you have access to our private group, which is where I, every single day at market open, Monday through Friday, speak to the private group and talk about my top stocks, what I see value in, and then you guys get to ask me questions on the stocks that you see value in. And it's just like, asking me like, hey, what is it that, this is a stock that I see value in. What do you think about it? I just give you my own 2 cents. This is not where I tell people where to buy, where to sell. I don't ever, tell people where to buy, where to sell, where to cut the losses. I'm not here to spoon feed anyone. I'm here to guide people in the right direction. And if you're someone that is willing to put forth the effort and willing to, really dedicate time to making, trading an actual career, then I would love to work with you. But if you're someone that wants me to send out signals or something like that, or trade alerts, that's not something that I do, because I think like, if I'm not here tomorrow, then how is it that you're going to still become a consistent and profitable trader? You won't, because you're being spoon-fed by someone. So that's what I would encourage you guys to do. Learn how to become self-sufficient. Learn how to, so there's the quote, right, that we always say within our group. And the really cool thing about this is that, give a man a fish for one day. Give a man a fish he can eat for one day. Teach a man how to fish and he could, eat for a lifetime. There's like no better quote, I think, that could really, explain how important it is to teach someone a specific skill so they can be continuously successful in that market or in that niche, right? So now I'm going to pick the last 2 winners for the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library Scholarship giveaway. And let me pull it up. Boom. All right, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So the first 2 winners should have been picked already. You guys should have been contacted. Man, I need to make myself smaller. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I should make this a little bit smaller too so you guys can see yourselves. Boom. There we go. So you guys don't have to comment in this live stream profit. That's not, it was in the video that we did in the Facebook group. So you had to be in our private Facebook group, which was free. And that's how you guys got entered in this giveaway. So you guys don't have to comment profit here. I mean, you guys can, but it unfortunately does not help your chances in becoming a winner in the giveaway. You guys are all winners. So yes, so let's go ahead and, okay, so I think they're trolling. Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to play some music, and then I'm going to announce the winner. Okay, Google, play. All right. Let's do this. All right, and the first winner for, no, the 4th winner for the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library is, let's see, it's Luke Zhang. Okay, Google, pause. All right, and Luke, or if any of these, so these were the first 3 winners that you guys could see right here. Luke, you are the 4th winner. And if any of you guys are already enrolled in the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, then I will refund you whatever it is that you paid. So that's how it works. So anytime that, even if you purchased the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, a year ago, or it would have not been available a year ago, even when we first launched and you guys enter the giveaway and you guys win, then we'll refund you. Of course, that's how it works. I want to make sure that everyone feels welcomed and compensated. So we have one more. So the last winner, right? The 5th winner, the last and final winner for the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library is going to be, so comment. You guys ready? If you guys are watching this, quite a bit of you should be joining us live, right? Okay, yeah, 832 as of now. I need you guys to do 2 things. If you guys can like that, let me know when you guys finish liking the video. So you guys need to like this video and then comment liked. Let's see how many of you guys want to win the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library. I'd love to be able to work with you. That's the beautiful thing. Like I'm trying to become familiar with everyone within our private group. We have a couple thousand members, and it's an amazing group. We speak to each other with so much respect, and that's the great thing about this. There we go. All right, we have a couple people that have liked it. Thank you guys. Thank you. There we go. Did this thing just crash? There we go. All right. The last and final winner for this giveaway for the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library is, drum roll please, Joshua Watson. Oh, Profit, my boy leveled up. That's crazy. We both have had vets a few months ago. That is so cool. Thank you again for that. So that was the like. And guys, these are members within our TechBud Solutions community. So even if you didn't end up winning, just like we did in our last giveaway. So I know we are growing at a pretty quick pace within our YouTube channel, anywhere from like about 400 to 600 every single day. And you know, for all those that are watching this, and although you might not have had a chance to enter the giveaway, again, if we have a future one, then you could get refunded. But I can't explain. Obviously, I'm going to be biased because it's my group. But the thing that I want you guys to understand is that I'm truly here. Like, if you're willing to put forth the work and the effort to really learn the material that I've shared for you and that I continuously update, and if you're really willing to, take trading to the next level and want to work with me on a daily basis, then I would encourage you to invest maybe 45 seconds or 1 minute of your life and click that first link in the description. If you guys would like to work with me and see value in the way that I break things down, and if it makes sense to you and I explain it in a certain way that makes sense to you compared to everyone else, then I would be blessed and so happy to have you as a part of the team. And just for you guys that are, that have entered, right, or are joining us live and want to be part of the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, one thing that my team wanted, me and my team wanted to do is, to provide a promo code for the course. So we're going to do promo code BOOM50, and that is going to save you $50 off the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library. Again, you 100% don't have to, right, enroll. We have our free TechBud Solutions group, but if you would like to work with me on a daily basis and you see value in it, I can 100% guarantee you that learning off of YouTube in comparison to learning off of my Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, it's so step-by-step and it's so straight to the point that when it comes down to opportunity costs and time, I personally don't think that there's any better, material or bang for your buck right out there. And that's really just it. We're working on 2 different websites that we're going to provide for free. First, the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library members, and then TechBud Solutions, and then everyone. But it's because I want to continue to work on tools and resources and platforms and services that can make it that much easier and efficient for everyone to trade, right? And you guys, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, then you guys would know what it is that I'm working on. So thank you guys again so much for your time. I hope that even if you guys can't join us in Learn, Plan, Profit, we would love to have you within TechBud Solutions. We have an amazing group. Be sure to say hello to all our admins. We have Brad, we have Lupo, we have Ferris, right? We have Jake. There's just so many different admins. We have Dimitri. We have so many different admins that do such an amazing job, but it's not even just the admins, it's the overall community. There's the people within our community, even when they get reached out by other people, which they're not supposed to, but right, or people aren't supposed to be spamming our chats, but even when they get reached out, they report those people because they see so much value in our free group and the private group because of how it is that we hold ourselves, right? We filter out manipulation. We're here to truly guide you guys in the right direction, and I truly hope that that is something that a lot of you guys see value in. So if so, then I would encourage you to, again, that's the 3rd link in the description, and then the private group is the 1st link in the description. So again, the promo code is BOOM50, and that will save you $50. If you'd like to, great. If you don't, then I still hope that you guys can end 2018 on a green note. So thank you guys again. No, so it's not 550 or it's not 600. The Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library is $299. So you'd get it for $249. So yeah. Feel free to click that first link and it'll explain everything. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So thank you guys again so much for all it is that you guys do. I hope with whatever market it is that you guys choose to invest in, that you guys see exponential success. But there's 3 things, right? Consistency, setting up a plan on how it is that you're going to be successful, and then not giving up, right? Consistency and having a plan, and always doing it. So have a passion for what it is that you do, and I truly hope that each and every single one of you can achieve the greatest form of success within the niche that you guys choose to invest in. If it's not investing in the stock market, then you guys 100% don't have to. Again, I'm just here to provide exposure for the market that I invest in and that I excel in, and that's it. So Ricky, can I get a a discount if I buy you a taco. Depends. Maybe if you bought me canes, but not tacos. Thank you guys again. Hope you guys all have a beautiful Sunday. If you guys aren't subscribed already, we go live every single day, usually Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends, but we upload every single day. So be sure to subscribe. Turn on that little bell if you ever want to join us live. And okay, Google, play Gucci Gang.
All right, Gucci Gang by Lil Pump. Playing on
There
Spotify.
we go. Hope you guys have an amazing week. And if you guys can join us live tomorrow, we'll be going live and I'll be showcasing. Hopefully we end up opening green. I should be up hopefully $800 to $1,000 tomorrow to start the week on a green note. So, yep, that's it. All right, guys, take it easy. Happy Sunday.